So what is a PDO? So instead of liquidating tokens, a PDO is a complex staking mechanism or staking pool, but it's a multi-asset staking pool. So the staking pool is created with locks in place, just as you'd expect from any VersoView, the V1 staking pool that you've seen in the past. Most of you have probably participated in them. We'll even offer another one on Polygon, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the PDO, the difference in the PDO staking pool is it utilizes non-circulating tokens that will enter circulation through the process through a series of locking mechanisms. It uses a staking pool that pairs a non-native token, so something other than VersoView. In this case, it will likely be either USDC, USDT, or Matic, because it's on Polygon. So those you would stake, not our token, and you'd receive our token in exchange in the staking pool with a significant yield associated with it, one you could not expect to get in any other format. So just like a staking pool, there are locks involved, there are rewards involved, and it's open to our community. So this is the way that we can align our objectives with our community rather than liquidating tokens, or even worse would be liquidating tokens to venture capital firms at significant discounts or whatever anybody else is doing in order to meet those funding objectives and follow their tokenomic needs. So it gets better. So that's the basic fundamentals of the PDO staking pool process and the way that the tokens are emitted. But there's a secondary mechanic that's really exciting, and I think even further aligns the objectives of the team with the objectives of the community. And that's the process of what happens to the funds. So the funds that you stake sit into a staking pool, but are immediately swept to the partner DEX decentralized exchange that we will be launching a liquidity pool on Polygon. Those funds are swept over to the partner decentralized exchange. The smart contract spends 50% of that to market buy the token, pair it with the other half to create a liquidity pool deposit, and then deposits that liquidity, and that liquidity is locked. So 100% of the funding derived from the PDO in the initial phase of the PDO is swept to market buy tokens and generate additional liquidity on the destination chain decentralized exchange. So as you can see, it's a much different mechanic. It's quite complex, and there will be more details that come out. How will this work? How does it function? But the core functionality that you can expect is that there will be a process by which you can stake stable coins or Matic into a pool in order to receive VersoView tokens at the prevailing market rate, receive staking rewards, so a significant bonus to your deposit based on calculated APYs, which we'll announce over the process of this time. And then your funds that you deposited will be moved over to the decentralized exchange on Polygon. They'll create buy pressure on the VersoView token. And then all of those funds will be deposited to create liquidity on the DEX in the market to create a stable ecosystem on our destination chain. So this is how VersoView has decided to emit the tokens that our tokenomics require us to emit to meet the objectives of the platform. There's 100 different ways to do it. This is the way we've chosen.